Hush, streets breathe, lights blur. Night rain, steady on the glass. 2 steps, don't let the shadows pass. New name folded like a note. Keep low, keep the heartbeat close. Eyes down, vanish in the swirl. Who will call your name? The other Lotus Girl, blooming in a world of steel and pearl.
Episode 6. Collision Course. Back in the present time. The BMW stopped dead across the lane, both doors opening before Stuart had even registered what was happening. His brain was still catching up.
They found us. Again. How? Lock the doors,
Stuart said, his voice coming out higher than he meant. He fumbled for the button, heard Martin's click.
What are you doing?
Martin twisted to look at him. Stuart didn't answer because he didn't know. His hands found first gear, the old Micra protesting as he fed it throttle. The engine screamed, his ribs screamed louder. Then the Micra lurched forward and hit the BMW's rear quarter with a crunch that rattled his teeth.
Oh, Christ. I just rammed a car.
The BMW was still in neutral, handbrake off, and the impact sent it rolling forward. The bald man swore, stumbling backwards as his door swung wide. Stuart kept his foot down, ribs on fire. He turned the wheel, white sparks at the edge of his vision. The Micra's steering fought him like wet rope. The engine howled like a drowning cat. Metal shrieked against metal. The BMW slewed sideways, tyres squealing as he pushed it toward the pavement.
Stuart?
Martin shouted.
Mum, what if she's in there?
She's not.
Stuart gasped, still pushing. He had seen it when the car pulled up at the side. Empty back seat, nothing but a takeaway cup on the rear shelf.
I checked.
The BMW's open door clipped a low brick wall with a horrible crunch and folded halfway shut. The car's rear end swung into the wall with a grinding thud. Stuart let off the accelerator, hands shaking. The bald man was shouting something, scrambling toward them. The second man was already pulling out his phone.
Back!
Van said from the back seat.
Go now!
Stuart found reverse, the gearbox crunching. The Micra jerked backward, front bumper hanging at an angle. He spun the wheel, ribs lighting up again, and executed his best 3-point turn. They drove in silence for maybe 30 seconds. The adrenaline was starting to fade, leaving Stuart's hands tingling and his vision slightly fuzzy.
Did you just ram a car?
Martin asked finally.
Yeah.
With Mum's car?
Yeah.
Silence then.
She's going to kill you.
I know,
Stuart muttered. Martin turned to look at him, his voice tighter now.
How do they keep finding us? We didn't see them follow from the house. They weren't behind us when we left the alley. So how?
Stuart's mind raced through possibilities, none of them good.
I don't know. Maybe they've got people watching the roads, or...
He trailed off, not wanting to voice the darker thought that maybe running was pointless.
Is that John?
Martin said suddenly, squinting ahead. Stuart blinked. An impossibly tall figure was pounding down the pavement in a shirt and tie, all flailing limbs and determination. John. He'd completely forgotten John had set off after them. Stuart pulled over. Martin reached for the window switch, found nothing, patting the door panel.
Handle,
Stuart said, pointing at the little plastic window.
Stone Age looks.
Christ,
Martin muttered, but he grabbed it and wound it down. The window descended with the squeak of a child's toy. John arrived like a collapsing crane, glasses fogged. He folded his beanpole frame in half to gasp at them through the gap.
Did you find her? Who?
Martin asked.
Your mum. I've been running for ages. Lost sight of you lot about 10 minutes ago. Thought I'd keep going in case... Well, in case...
He pulled off his glasses and wiped them on his already damp shirt.
Where'd she go?
Stuart and Martin exchanged looks.
Not Mum,
Stuart said.
Long story. Get in.
The shuffled seats, Martin popping his door to let John fold himself into the back. John settled beside Van, finally registering her presence. His eyes went wide behind his now clean glasses.
Oh, hello.
He looked from Van to Stuart, then to Martin climbing back in.
So, if I wasn't chasing Mrs. Patterson...
You were chasing her.
Stuart said, nodding at Van.
We all were. She ran from our house.
Right.
John tried processing this.
Why?
Because they've got my mum.
Martin said, his voice cracking slightly.
The men Van ran from. They took her. They want to trade Van for my mum.
Stuart watched John's face cycle through confusion, disbelief, horror.
Bloody hell.
John mumbled. He looked at Van properly now, taking in her bruised wrists, the way she held herself.
You're not from around here, are you? I mean, obviously not, but how did you end up...
He gestured vaguely, clearly out of his depth. Stuart sighed.
She's been brought here illegally, trafficked. We're trying to help her.
Van flinched at the word.
Right.
John shifted uncomfortably.
I mean, not to be... Look, I know this sounds bad, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. The borders, the gangs, the entire system's broken. People just coming in and...
He trailed off, finally looking at Van properly, seeing her bruised wrists, her terrified face.
Christ, sorry. That's not helpful, is it?
No,
Stuart said flatly.
it's really not. What would be helpful is finding out how they keep finding us.
John rubbed the back of his neck.
Right, sorry. I just meant the system, not her specifically.
He looked at Von again.
I'm sorry. That was stupid.
Von said nothing. She just stared at her hands.
Anyway,
John said, clearly wanting to move past his own awkwardness.
the problem right now is they keep finding you, even though you're driving around in...
He glanced at the interior, taking in the manual windows, the complete lack of anything modern.
in this.
Yeah,
Stuart said.
we can't work out how.
John frowned, thinking.
Right. Okay. So,
He looked at Von.
when you came here to the UK, did they give you anything? Like a phone or...
Von's hand moved instinctively to her pocket.
Phone they give when I arrive. Say I need for work.
Can I see it?
John's voice was gentle but urgent. She pulled it out slowly. A cheap smartphone with a cracked screen protector. John took it carefully and turned it over in his hands.
What are you thinking?
Martin asked. John was already pressing buttons, swiping through screens, his movements becoming more confident as he worked.
Right, so... Everyone thinks tracking is all James Bond, yeah? Satellites and secret programs. But it's not. It's just...
He held up the phone.
this. Give someone a phone, own the account, stick whatever apps you want on it before you hand it over.
He was still scrolling, squinting at the screen.
Locations forced on, can't be disabled. And this calculator app, that's not a calculator, that's spyware.
How do you know all this?
Martin asked. John shrugged, still examining the phone.
I do pen testing, offensive security. People pay me to break into their systems before the bad guys do. You pick things up, like how people track each other. It's always phones.
He looked at Von.
They'd know everywhere you've been, everyone you've talked to, like having a tag on you.
So that's how they found us.
Stuart said.
Every time.
Basically, yeah. You might as well have been waving a flag.
John held up the phone.
So, what do we do about it? Throw it away.
Martin said.
Chuck it out the window.
Von made a small sound.
My number is only thing I have.
John looked at the phone, then at Von, then out the window. He hesitated, looking genuinely pained.
I'm going to throw this away now.
He said quietly.
I know that's awful. I know it's probably the only thing you've got other than your clothes. But if we keep it, they'll just keep finding us, finding you.
He gestured helplessly.
I'm really, really sorry.
Then he leaned across, popped the latch on the pop-out window and lobbed the phone into the dark. It clattered somewhere off a garden wall. Von let out a small sob, her hand reaching reflexively toward the window. John looked stricken.
Oh, God. Did you have photos on there? Or messages? Because I just threw it and I didn't even think. And if there was anything...
John,
Stuart whispered.
you did the right thing.
John nodded, but he still looked like he'd just kicked a puppy. He closed the window, then wiped his hands on his trousers nervously.
Right.
Stuart said, trying to sound certain.
So now they can't track us. That's good. We just need to figure out what to do next. We've got
He checked the dashboard clock.
2 hours and 40 minutes until midnight.
Which we're probably not doing.
Martin said, but his voice wavered.
We're not handing her over.
No,
Stuart agreed.
but we need to find your mum. Get her back before that deadline.
Where would they take her?
Martin turned in his seat to look at Von.
You know these people. You know how they work. Where would they keep someone they'd kidnapped?
Von wiped at her face.
They not keep long. Too danger. Want trade fast. Me for her. Keep close. Somewhere they control.
Like where?
Stuart asked.
Salon.
Von whispered.
Nail salon I work. Where I run from tonight.
She swallowed.
Upstairs. Boss has office, has rooms. Where he take girls. Where he...
Her voice caught.
Where computer is. Where I steal files.
The place you stole the USB from.
Stuart said.
Maybe. Different place maybe. They have other houses, flats, but salon close, secure. Boss no street, no people. No one dare call police. No one see bad things.
Von looked between them, her voice dropping.
Very danger place.
Martin's face had gone pale.
But you think she might be there?
Maybe.
Von said quietly. Stuart felt his stomach drop. But what else could they do? Sit around hoping for a better idea?
We could watch from outside.
Martin said.
Drive past. See if we spot anything. We don't have to go in, just reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance.
Stuart repeated.
When did you start using words like reconnaissance?
Since my mother got kidnapped by human traffickers,
Martin snapped.
can we please just consider it?
John cleared his throat.
Right, so... I don't want to be that person, but driving to, criminal headquarters seems like a bad idea. What if they spot you? What if they've got people watching? They might panic, might hurt Mrs. Patterson.
What if we do nothing and they hurt her anyway?
Martin shot back.
What if we wait until midnight and they've killed her because we rammed their car and threw away the phone?
Well, they probably won't kill her.
John said, sounding uncertain.
I mean, she's valuable, isn't she? Leverage. They need her alive. Plus, murdering an old lady, that's a line, isn't it? Even for them.
He didn't sound entirely convinced by his own argument.
What if they do?
Martin's voice was rising.
We don't know these people. We don't know what they'll do.
Stuart reached over and grabbed Martin's hand. His husband's fingers were ice cold.
Hey, look at me.
He waited until Martin met his eyes.
We're going to get her back, I promise. But we need to be smart.
The plan is, we go and look.
Martin said.
We drive past, see if there's any sign of her. If there is, we call the police. Anonymously, if we have to. We tell them there's a kidnapped woman there.
Police might be paid off.
Stuart said quietly.
If what Van says is true, and they've got officers looking the other way, calling the police might just tip them off.
Then what do you suggest?
Martin's voice cracked.
Because sitting here isn't getting my mum back.
Silence filled the car. Stuart looked at Von in the rearview mirror.
I think we go.
She said finally.
Look from outside. Maybe Martin right. Maybe they take her salon. Maybe we see something. Then know what do.
Right.
Stuart said. He put the car into first gear.
Where's the salon?
Park Street.
Vaughn said.
Near railway station. Nail salon ground floor. Red door next to.
Stuart knew the area. He'd driven past it 100 times, never giving the salon a second glance.
Okay,
He said.
we go, we look, we stay in the car. We don't do anything stupid. Agreed?
Agreed.
Martin said.
Agreed.
John said, sounding unhappy.
Though for the record, I think this is monumentally stupid. But agreed.
Agreed.
Vaughn whispered. Stuart pulled away from the pavement. The dashboard clock read 9:23. 2 hours and 37 minutes until midnight. 2 hours and 37 minutes to save Mrs. Patterson, protect Vaughn, avoid getting killed, and somehow dismantle a criminal network with nothing but a crumpled micro, a USB stick, and a journalist who might not answer.
This is insane.
Stuart muttered.
Completely insane.
Martin agreed.
Utterly insane.
John added. Vaughn said nothing. She stared out the window at the passing streetlights, heading back toward the place she'd risked everything to escape. Stuart pressed the accelerator. The micro wheezed its way toward Park Street, carrying 4 people toward a plan none of them believed in, to save a woman who'd never once said thank you, who thought Stuart had corrupted her son just by loving him, who'd looked at Van tonight and seen a problem instead of a person. And here they were, risking everything to get her back.
Hush, streets breathe.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this, please like the episode. New chapters are on the way. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next installment. Want more? Read Janus Origin, Threads of Control. The Other Lotus Girl stands alone, but ties into the Janus Origin universe. The threads connect toward the end. Thanks again for listening.
Call your name, the other Lotus Girl, blooming in a world of steel and pearl. The other Lotus Girl, say my name and watch the night unfurl. The other Lotus Girl, I'm the echo you can't drown, the quiet in the world. The other Lotus Girl, Lotus, rise slow, Lotus, don't let go. Red to green, but I don't move. Signal waits for a different truth. If a legend, keep me near. If you hear me, pull me clear. The other Lotus Girl, blooming where the dark unfurls. The other Lotus Girl.